Hey everyone, welcome back to Jaraci Cup 7. We don't have the games between Marchwater and Houston just yet. They haven't been played, actually, as far as I know. So we're going to jump into Group Stage B here, casting myself. Look at that. Playing as a Galzine against Captain Pink's Soban, and the first map is going to be Boneyard, this one being my pick. Pink picking Soban second as well. Hey, it's that spawn. So I think you know what I'm going to do here. Obviously, 2 on RUs there, 2 salvagers being produced. That means, yep, it is going to be a rail rush because I just basically do the same strats over and over. You should know that by now. My opponent, meanwhile, what he wants to do to deal with this is probably, like, meet it with LAVs and then, like, blob up or something like that, but we'll see what he's able to do. Captain Pink, you'll have known for sure if you play 3v3s. I believe he does quite a few of those, but he's been doing 1v1s a lot more recently. I think he used to actually really dislike Patch, and yet here he is. But the best thing about Captain Pink is that he loves Joke Patch. So, gotta hand it to my boy. Wait a minute, look at this. It's gonna be ref mode first from me? Oh. What a subversion. That's lame, dude. I've got the spawn for a rail rush. Why am I not doing that? Oh well, I'm not gonna be greedy, am I, either? So I'm gonna go for Sandscaper Fab first here, obviously. Build the first salvager probably off of the PC. No, I'm gonna go off the carrier. That's kind of interesting. You probably want to do it off the PC first. This is... Oh yeah, look at that, I even canceled the one on the carrier. Because after this one finishes, then your PC is free to build Sandskimmers, so that's my thought there. So it's actually going to be an eco build for me, and it is from him as well. But you can see he's left this base runner up here to grab an artifact. Once that one spawns out. I'm actually not a huge fan of this, though. I mentioned this in, I think, one of the earlier games from Group A, although I am a big fan of him getting the probe out after LAV Fab starts. That's the right way to do it. But anyway, the problem with this is that if your opponent is actually pressuring you, the field is not really safe for this base runner to be in, right? And it may just die for nothing. Whereas you could leave it back at home. If you get rushed, now you're ready to defend. And if you're not rushed, okay, then you can move out and grab the artifact and be safe, right? When you have a bit of army with it, so that it's not just gonna die. So I kind of like holding this guy in the base until you like need to move him out, but and you'll see 2 skims produced by me here. I want to just kind of see what's going on. There is an artifact being grabbed, so I'm gonna just send this guy out there to harass. He will catch this one though, so that should be an extract for sure. And he's got the targeting jammer to just kind of play around a little bit if he wants as well. But I may kill that base runner after if he doesn't have anything to defend. AV's coming out from Captain Pink, so I like this. This is actually a very good build from him. This is very standard, right? Second PC coming out for me very, very early here, so I saw the carrier, there's no tech. I saw he went up onto 2 base. I'm thinking, okay, I can just go straight to 3. And this probe here, unfortunately, is being a little bit distracted, I must say. If he comes out and sees my carrier and sees the ref mode, he may actually not go for AV Fab and just go straight up to a 3rd base, but he definitely wouldn't go for Power 1. This is a mistake. But he doesn't know that because this probe is just kind of following my Sandskimmers, so a little bit of a mistake from Captain Pink, I would say. As he could be getting a little bit further ahead in eco than he is. As it stands, I'll probably be ahead of him. And then, looks like teching up to Assault Chip Fab. I didn't see tech, I don't think. All I knew is that he didn't have tech yet. That AV module is going to be opening up right now, as you can see. AV module, of course, always the one further back on the carrier. So that's this one raising up. And he's in fact going to be building an AV as well. I want to come in here and check tech. I see it, AVs. And the skim's probably going to give his life for that info, but... Poggers, look at that. He gets out on 6 HP. I'm just the best player in the game, you know. Nobody could possibly face me. Second PC is out here as well, which is nice for us. And it's going to be straight to battle cruisers. Oh my gosh. You don't see that every day. I'm gonna wager this won't work very well, but we'll see. Actually, this game was played long enough ago. I kind of have forgotten how it works. Battle cruisers insta. Well, he's also got armor 1, which I like. I'm gonna go up to interceptors though, and this is kind of the problem. He hasn't seen my tech yet. He doesn't even know. I could be doing anything. I could have like 20 railguns chilling like right here, you know what I mean? Like, so this is really blind to go for just BC fab like that. Not only that, I don't think it even works if you do have the vision, but you know, we'll have to see. This might have worked in JC5 or whatever it was, when Orbnet was just killing everyone with BCs, but things have changed since then. Third PC coming out for me before Interceptor Fab as well. That means I can unlock the carrier if I want to. And this probe getting a little closer. Okay, he's gonna see an armored unit. That tells him actually quite a bit. Still, you gotta think this is a little bit odd to just kind of go for BCs like that. And I'm gonna go straight for Afterburner Tech as well. I'm gonna mobilize the carrier too. This PC taking a little bit longer to finish than I would like, but that's alright. And he's mobilizing this carrier, he wants to make it a 2-base play. But like on the time that he's gotten to 2-base, I'm already at 3. That being said, he is building a BC right now, but... yeah. I mean, if you make BCs without any vision like this, it's not going to be a good time, I gotta say. Not to say that like interceptors are like the counter to BCs either, but in a stage where like neither side has any army except you have BCs and I have interceptors, I'm obviously winning. You've got no anti-air, right? We're gonna launch early, by the way. This is a very quick launch here. I think I just wanted to kill this probe. And then get in and do some damage to these. Didn't I just make insta vision? Well, no. I had vision on AAV tech and I saw he didn't have anything else, so... oh no. Unfortunately, we're being a little bit Pepega here. I managed to dump the missiles on the ALM instead of the salvagers, so... we didn't actually get any kills with that, which is a little bit... ouch, but that's alright. That's actually especially... whoa. Voice crack. That's especially bad because Missile Battery Fab is going to come out for Captain Pink now. Air Micro is difficult, guys. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's experienced this. You have to, like, give it a target, like, on something that it's not going to hit. Like, oh no, I've done it again. I've done it again. At this point, I'm probably playing in sensors, though, so I don't think I even knew that these BCs were out. Obviously, I mean, I've got vision on it, but, like, I don't realize, like, what it even is until later, right? Oh my gosh, I've done so many missiles. This is, like, embarrassing, man. Oh. Okay, I finally got one salvager. I need to work on my air micro. That's alright, though. Second base runner being produced by me as well. Power reserves also. And I'm just going to back away, get railguns, so it looks like I had figured out, yeah, this is a BC. So I know that now. But if I can get a double extract, I'm going to be just fine as well. That'll be pretty tasty. And because I've got air, obviously, my opponent now has to stay with his anti-air if he wants to fight me. And that means he probably has to be kind of locked up in his bases here. What are you seeing? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Someone went flying there. Did you see that? I saw his shadow moving across the field. Bit of a nice trade taken here by these AVs. He has the ups, as I said, and I don't actually. So he's going to be able to win that fight anytime, basically, which is nice for him. So he's able to kind of push me back a little bit here. But we're preparing a little bit of a backstab with 3 assault ships moving off to that side. And you can see I'm just teching power reserves. I have railgun fab as well now. I'm fleet capped, that's always nice to see, but that's whatever. And this BC getting all up in my face, of course. But that's just a scouting scheme that it's going to pick off there. And this is, I think, the problem pretty well demonstrated when you go for early BC tech like that. If you're not going for, like, a rush, like, BC rushes exist where your opponent hasn't given enough respect to, like, the potential for it, right? But obviously with air tech, I wasn't going to die to that, and I had good scouting, too. But if you go for something like this, you're just going to lose all the tempo, right? You don't really have control over the field anymore. And so now he's finally able to push out at about 20 minutes, which is like 5 minutes later than he wanted. And look, I'm here ready to do a backstab once I feel like his army is here. Which actually, I could just move in right now. I guess I don't realize. Or maybe I've forgotten about those guys, but like... he's got good anti-air here now. And I'm going to just back away this carrier because I can see, yeah, this is not a fight that I can take for sure. I might honestly win this against 1 BC, but you know, no reason to risk that. It's a very good way to throw. But he can't push any further than this. I have the artifact lead, and I've got really all the map control other than like this little area. So I'm feeling just fine. And look how many heavy rails we've got now. This is a lot. Wouldn't be surprised if we see power 4 on the way after fleet cap is upgraded, although I am capped right now, so. But here we come in for the backstab. There's not really anything to stop us there. We're gonna go power 4 before fleet cap. That's a pretty classic Bozo move. But this is really bad. This basically forces the base trade. Now he's got to go in because he can't match this, right? So otherwise he's just gonna be straight behind. But indeed, we have the rails in position, ready to stop him. And we're saving this air for the time when we can use it because there's no anti-air left, but that might not even happen. We can just kind of push onto his bases here, and there's not really anything he can do. Carrier's going to move out as well to capitalize on this. Looks like we actually did lose an interceptor there or something, but that's whatever. And yeah, you can see like this BC first play just really has not panned out for Captain Pink. His eco is pretty much wiped here. I'd say this game is over unless I throw. And that being said, this is kind of the only way I could possibly lose what I'm doing here, but I don't think it'll happen. We're able to get almost some free shots in there. It looks like one interceptor does go down, but you know, we're gonna confirm the kill on this BC. That's fine, I think. That was really the only unit he had left to fight my carrier with. He's finally kind of stemmed the bleeding over here. But we are all up in his face. Whole bunch of railguns in tow, of course, if we even needed that, but like, this carrier right now can pretty much 1v1 his. The only thing I gotta worry about, maybe he pops a BC into my face, but like, where's his money coming from? So I'm not really worried about that either. And we'll go for a triple extract. You can see I'm sending these guys down, making another base runner as well. That means if we can just hold this area, we've actually already won. So this is looking pretty comfortable. Range calibration would be really nice too, if we can just like hold this hill right here. Boneyard is one of the maps where range calibration can be really good if fights are happening around this area. Plus, it's a fun tech, so anytime you can get it, you kind of got to, right? Power 5 on the way as well. Obviously, that's going to let us use the missile barrage. Good smoke there by Captain Pink to buy a bit of time. He definitely needs it. Rails are shooting at an ALM. It's kind of funny. I don't have anyone spotting for them, that's the problem. Could probably do with a bit more armored, but... yeah, there's the missile barrage. I kind of expect he'll GG sometime soon here, but if he doesn't, that's fine. We'll just win off the extract. Maybe off the carrier kill, who knows. And are there any BCs here? No. So yeah, this is a pretty obvious DPS question. I'm definitely ahead in that regard. He's got power 3 in weapons, to be fair. I'm kind of surprised at that. I don't think he could have that many. But it probably won't matter, and you can see the interceptors are actually able to shoot anyway as they dock there, which is always pretty nice. And all the support cruisers dead here. Obviously that means I'm being pretty lazy with the carrier, because I would actually be prioritizing his carrier here, but like, I just don't care. I'm probably just like right-clicking on everything. And it looks like it will be finished by carrier kill. This artifact is pretty close, but it's not going to make it. And that'll be game 1 to me. And I didn't win with a rail rush. That's kind of surprising, because I've got the spawn for it, obviously. You know, I bet I even said something, because, you know, I recorded this when I played it. I could, like, watch the recording and find out. But I bet I said something like, I should just rail rush him, then be like, nah, I rail rush every game, and then, like, switched or whatever. Well, that's fine. Game 2, I actually did want to flip things up a little bit. Pink picked Con F, actually. And so I was thinking about it, like, well, do I go... I could go Soban or Coalition or something. Play the off faction, but I ended up deciding, I guess, to actually just go for Galzian. But Captain Pink picks the Shallows for this game. So we're going to be playing on the macro map. but that has never stopped me before. I'll probably go for a rail rush anyway, because that's just how I do. When I try to rail rush, I get caught by skims and just die. Yeah, so rail rushing is actually really tough because of that. It's like people dislike seeing that build because I do it so much, but I do it because it's really fun. If you have the wrong army composition, you basically, I think, just kind of die if your opponent punishes it with the right units. And so it's actually really cerebral. You have to be moving in there and like reacting to everything that he makes and trying to extrapolate basically like, what do I think he's actually building? Because if he's building LAV spam, we need to go 2 PC and get skims and maybe have like 2 or 3 assault rails. If he's building AVs, we need to go heavy rails, right? If he's building rails, we need to go skims and heavy rails, right? And so it's actually really pretty interesting build. And it's very, very easy to mess up. But I think it's a lot of fun that way. As for this game, by the way, we did have a base runner retire. No, we didn't, so this base runner is still out here on the side. Ready to pick up an artifact. It looks like kind of similar to game 1, but this time I am rushing, so this is kind of what I was talking about. He'll probably lose this to nothing, basically, right? Like, for no advantage. But see, this is a bit odd. I think he wanted to go for ref mode, but he was waiting to see if he got pressured. And he is, I mean, he's not going to be able to get that, so now he goes for skim fab, but it's just very late. Either that, or does he have a second PC on the way? No. So, I'm not exactly sure what he's going for. Actually, it looks like this base runner will probably be safe. If he just runs it back to the carrier, he'll be completely okay. But I don't exactly know what Captain Pink's build is here. If he was going to go ref mode, that's one thing, but he doesn't have that tech. And that means that the carrier is either locked into the base, or he's going to be losing eco like that. And seeing this, I probably think it is some kind of like ref mode build, but there's the PC, so I'm pretty confused at this point. Ref mode started by Captain Pink now, but that feels a bit out of touch because he's about to get pressured, right? He sees this PC on the front line, and rail fab is just finished. So this just seems a little bit odd to me. But one thing is for sure, this PC will be able to sit back, and then the carrier can push out, so there is an advantage that way. But he's going to cancel ref mode. Okay, that's probably good. I don't know about assault chips though, because if it is going to be rails for me, he'll probably suffer if he gets that tech. And indeed, that is the case. We do have a heavy rail building already. Honestly, your best bet here might be second PC, spam skims, and have like 2 or 3 heavy rails up on this high ground. Maybe let's say 1 or 2, because 2 or 3 is actually quite expensive. And, you know, BDs can always do something funny as well. If you're Conif, might as well build a very good unit. This is a bit stupid of me here. I should be targeting the salvagers, try and see if I can get a kill there, because it's very unlikely we're going to kill this, this PC. You always recommend Strikecraft spam. Yeah, me too, man. Unless you don't have tech. If you don't have tech, repent, get tech, and then spam Strikecraft. That is the way. Smoke deploy here just to try and get a little bit of a vision block on these railguns, but I think he maybe should have saved that ability. This is the way. Heretics. Yeah, I've got to punish the heretics, you see. I simply must kill this Conf carrier for his insolence and build order mistakes. Power 2 coming out for Captain Pink. You know what? I actually like that. Because he's definitely needing to defend here. But it's just not going to be enough. At this point, he's kind of allowed me to, like, get solidified up in this position. He's not building any sand skimmers, right? He's got to have them. I mean, look at this float. He could easily have 2 PC and have sand skimmers coming out here. And that would be something that can, you know, cause me to actually, like, react to him, right? Whereas this is just, I'm so happy here, I'm never going to have to react to anything, basically. And sure enough, we do have range calibration on the way, which means I'm just going to try to stall up on this high ground here. And then at that point, I probably go ref mode and try and take, I try and take this 4th base of his, actually. And, you know, no pressure on me, I can do this all day, you know what I mean? Because he's just not pressuring me at all. He's kind of just, like, hoping I'll leave, you know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna leave, you know, so this is unfortunate. Oh! What was that? Did you see that? I think he just killed his own salvager there. Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. Like, at least get ref mode if you were thinking about it. That would allow this carrier to move out, but he didn't do that. Okay, now he's got one military unit. I think this is his first military unit of the game, right? This is so weird, because he went for such a, like, good meta build in the first game. Well, I shouldn't say that. He went for BCs after, but, like, SC first into AVs, that's, like... You know, that's like a recognized strong build. It's not bad at all. This game, he just like he hasn't built any army. I don't understand. He's going straight to siege cruiser fab. It seems very odd to me. Well, rails with range calibration can reach all the way into the back of the base from this hill. So that's probably what my game plan is at this point. I do snipe the BD. Oh, nice hit there. Wow. He may get a second. No, not quite. But yeah, I just need to get vision with these skins. These 3 rails just chilling right here are gonna turn on range calibration and they'll have range to everything. And yeah, I mean, normally my play here, when my opponent is really fighting back and they have rails and all that, is just like, sit right here, turn on range calibration, take his 4th base, right? But I don't even need to do it here, as you can see. Ow. Okay, well that's pretty unfortunate. I gotta say, I actually probably shouldn't have done this, because I think range calibration is weak against Con-F. You guys are just too slow, and they'll always get killed by that carrier and the cruise missiles, but... Oh man, and you can see I turned it off to dodge there, but then I didn't move at all. And now see, I just wish I had it on still. Oh well. Yeah, if Homeworld 3 doesn't have, like, carriers that can flip, I'm gonna flip. You get me? And at this point, the skims can pretty much finish it off. So that's gonna be the game. And indeed, the series 2-0. No, I didn't. Oh. I've got to see that. You know I love GDC talks. Yeah, no, I don't check casual chat, so. Yeah, I'll definitely want to watch that. Anyway, that is this series done. Go watch their GDC talk.